Meditation means being completely present. When we meditate, we are surrendering to the moment, truly paying attention, living in the now without seeking refuge in comfort or artificial peace. It's about watching our thoughts arise and dissipate, keeping our curiosity alive and our mind sharp. It's not about repeating beautiful words or following rigid rules, but about awakening, about really feeling life pulsing inside us. Formulas and rituals may lull us into a pleasant trance, but they do not help us see the true spectacle of our mind. Real meditation is a deep dive into ourselves, exploring both the conscious and the hidden, step by step, with unwavering attention. When we observe the whole mind, we free ourselves to discover what is real, truth, God, or whatever name we give to life's deepest mysteries. Meditation in everyday life. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you wake up without energy, feeling tired and heavy? Could be because the day before you ate the wrong foods, talked too much, or exceeded your own limits. When we are not aware, the body wears out. But if you take a few moments of pure attention, you can regain your strength and balance, living with more presence and vitality. Speak when you eat, when you walk, you'll notice a different energy. When you eat, for instance, pay attention to how you chew and swallow. Choose your meals wisely and notice is how much you eat. You'll find your body feeling clearer, stronger. Naturally, it's not about forcing yourself to be intelligent or disciplined. It's about letting your energy flow without wasting it and living that way, using your energy fully, but wisely, is what real meditation looks like in daily life. The starting point of meditation is awareness of relationships. Meditation isn't about sitting in a certain pose, breathing in a special way, or chanting mantras. Those methods can dull the mind and trick you into thinking you found stillness. In truth, that kind of forced calm is more like hypnotizing yourself. Real meditation calls for keen awareness, especially in our relationships. Notice how you speak to your spouse, your friend, your coworker. Don't concentrate on them in a forced way. Simply pay attention. Concentration often means narrowing your focus and shutting out whatever you don't like. Awareness, on the other hand, lets everything be seen and understood as a whole. Meditation is clarity. True meditation has a wondrous quality because it lights up the mind with clarity. It's a stillness that's alive, not something forced or manufactured. When we watch our words, our thoughts, our motivations, quietly observing without rushing to fix anything, life becomes transparent and orderly, but not in a rigid sense. It's a natural harmony that unfolds by itself beyond the ticking of the clock. When we live with that clarity, we don't stir up conflict, and so we live without suffering. Meditation to understand life. Be your own light. Truth can't be handed to you by someone else. Each of us has to find it within ourselves. That takes self-discipline, not from a place of self-punishment, but from being our own guide. Don't wait for a politician or guru to solve things for you. Only you can save the world by understanding your own fears, your relationships, your longing for love, and your endless search for security. When the mind truly grasps what fear is, what death is, and what we call love, it settles into a vibrant stillness. Meditation is paying such deep attention to life that all our old hang-ups no longer hold us captive. Meditation is self-knowing. Meditation is really about knowing yourself, seeing how you react in each moment of your daily life. If we can't observe ourselves in action, then sitting alone with some holy picture or chanting sacred words might just be running away. Without understanding ourselves, we can't think clearly or act wisely. Prayer or devotion means little if we don't know who we are. When we do know ourselves, we begin to think rightly and live rightly. That, in essence, is the true prayer of living. Meditation is letting go of the old mind. Meditation is emptying the mind of the past, not as an idea or theory, but as a daily practice, because the you who's trying to do this emptying is also part of that past conditioning. It takes careful, gentle awareness to see how we're bound by our own habits, judgments, and fears. We watch our words, actions, and the hardness in our hearts, simply watching, without condemning. Out of that simple watchfulness comes a silence that isn't. For to experience deep stillness, we must understand sorrow. Most of us carry sadness around like a shadow, whether we know it or not. We never fully let it end. Joy in our quiet mind. When we feel sad, we're often mourning ourselves, missing what we think we should have, feeling the ache of our loneliness. If we see our own emptiness without running from it, that recognition can lift the veil of sorrow. Then the mind can be still. A still mind is linked to beauty and love, and you can't separate those. Beauty isn't just a painting or a sunset. It's the openness of a mind touched by love. This love shows itself when we've understood ourselves deeply. No one can give it to us. This kind of living demands that we examine the entire structure of our daily life, our routine, our motivations, our personal rules. Only when we transform all that can we know the quiet mind that touches real joy and indescribable happiness that needs no imagination. Living with awareness. Sometimes people say, my day-to-day life feels so trivial. Shouldn't I do something more meaningful? But meaning is right there in each small act. When you eat, pay attention to eating. When you walk, pay attention to walking. When you read, even if it's just a detective novel, be fully there with it. Such attention is a complete act in itself. The vital thing isn't what you do, but whether you're wholly present as you do it. In silence, problems resolve. I'm not telling you to tidy up your mind as if it's some chore I've assigned, but understand that a cup is only useful when it's empty. Most of us keep our mind so full of memories, worries, expectations that there's no room for fresh insight. True creativity sparks when the mind is open and uncluttered. Think about how you wrestle with a tough problem, maybe a math puzzle or a personal dilemma. You strain your brain over and over and get nowhere. Eventually you let it go, and in that space of not trying, the answer appears. That's because the mind finally became silent, leaving room for newness to arise live in a way that each moment can end and a fresh one begins, carrying no old baggage from second to second. Then the mind is empty enough to welcome the new. A still mind, only a genuinely still mind, alive, not numbed, can truly see and be free. In that stillness we discover creativity in its pure sense, to perceive what lies beyond time. The mind must be quiet, like a humming dynamo operating at full power, yet making no noise. A sluggish, fearful mind can never be still. A quiet mind is one that loves deeply and therefore knows real peace. Peace in the world begins with each of us. It's not the job of politicians or lawyers, it's in how we live each day. If you crave a peaceful world, live peacefully now. Drop envy, fear, ambition, and conflict. From that letting go, love arises, and a mind full of genuine love knows how to be truly still. That's where real freedom and understanding blossom.